Hello, and welcome to another edition of Unpopular Review Entertainment. Today, well, right now we're doing Thanksgiving movies, right? So I picked one that I never saw before, but I always heard about. And there was a lot of references that I've always heard from this movie. And I'm glad that I saw this movie because now I get those references. We're talking about Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. It's an iconic road trip comedy that's masterfully blends humor and heart. Steve Martin and John Candy deliver an unforgettable performance as mismatched travelers forced to team up and make it home for Thanksgiving. Beneath the laugh and loud chaos, like burnt cars, wild train rides, and an awkward motel stay, is a touching exploration of friendship, empathy, and the struggles we all face. It's a timeless reminder to the importance of connection, even with the most unexpected people. Now, joining me today is none other than, hey, the fellas, the Wolfpack, Mike Knox and Freckles.
Yes,
How you doing, fellas?
What's going on, y'all?
During holiday travel, some people get delirious, some get delayed, and some get Del Griffith.
American Light and Fixture, Director of Sales, Shower Curtain Ring Division.
Neal Page got all three.
I was on my way home to spend a nice holiday with my family. Instead, I'm in a motel bed with a stranger.
So instead of Thanksgiving with his family, he's spending 3 days with the turkey. Planes, trains, and automobiles.
Why are you holding my hand?
Where's your other hand?
Between two pillows. Those aren't pillows?
In a new film by John Hughes.
I just got to say, rest in peace, John Candy.
Yeah.
Barf.
I mean, I just got to say that to start because I literally forgot about John Candy. I mean, it's been a long time. You know
He
what
just
I mean?
did Spaceballs last year.
No, that's, you know what I mean. But like, you know, he's not somebody that I was thinking about.
Yeah.
So like, you know, seeing this movie just made me think of him and reminded me of a lot about him. And, you know, I think that Peter Griffin is a real big inspiration from this movie. I really do. Like just the way that John Candy plays this character, so happy all the time and just so like goofy. It's giving Peter Griffin. Like it's giving Peter Griffin heavy. And mind you, Peter Griffin also did that whole line of like, you know, my wife likes me, my friends like me. You know, that whole thing.
Oh, yeah, I remember that part. I remember that episode.
I see, you know what I mean? Like I thought about, you know, I really think that Seth MacFarlane watched this movie a lot and came up with Peter Griffin because, yo, this is hilarious. Now, Dean Martin, he's known for doing a whole bunch of hilarious shit throughout, you know, from the 60s to the 80s. So like, he's just at his best in this whole thing. You know what I mean? This shit is just hilarious. But it also kind of reminded me of a time where people look at Thanksgiving more for their family values.
Mm-hmm.
And then you had this whole thing of people doing everything in their power to make it home for Thanksgiving, because you got to be home for Thanksgiving, and everybody knows about traveling and getting around and all of that, but like watching this movie also kind of made me grateful for the internet.
Yes,
because when I saw that locked rotary phone, I was like, man, we've come far. Like, we really have. When I saw like the chasing for the cabs, and that used to happen. I mean, and some of that still happens here, but not as like it was back in 1987. Man, and just everything, and the way that they did credit cards in that machine, like they had the card and then yeah, oh my god. And now we're just tapping shit. Like, oh man. It was just it was an interesting.
We don't even use cars. We just use our phone now.
Yeah. And then like when they got robbed, when the guy came in and robbed them and all the money that they had, and like, most people don't walk around with $700 anymore.
Right? Heck no.
You know what I mean? Nobody and even though it's not a lot of money now compared to then, but like that's something that you had to do in order to move. You know what I mean? The amount of cash that you needed in order to move around was heavy. And it just kind of gave me appreciation for how far we've come as far as like the systems in place that they had to do. Because the thing is that like I don't think that, even though it's hilarious because I remember all of those things, I'm curious to see what y'all think, because I don't know if this movie aged well. I don't know if somebody young could see this movie and relate to much. And now the other thing, his kids, oh my God. His kids seeing their young faces was just like, damn, man, I forgot that you were this young and you started your acting career. Oh, wow. But at the same time, that's D. Martin. He put a lot of people on. So, and I don't know if I don't know if this was one of John Candy's first movies. But he looked super young there too.
Yeah.
And then the other thing is like, the one thing I forgot about John Candy is that he has these like big doe eyes that people can just melt to, like, especially around the end of the movie. When he came back and then just saw him sitting there, and then he revealed this truth. Yeah. It's like, damn, yo. You know what I mean? But then at the same time, I wonder if people would if this kind of thing would even happen today. If people would even trust each other to do something like that. Like literally
absolutely not.
Meet somebody and then like end up sharing a hotel room. You know what I mean? Like I wonder if that would happen. But anyway, I'm done with my rant.
I would say, yeah, no, it would age, but only up to millennials. Anything after like my generation, it wouldn't age. Like I don't think that the Gen Zers and whatever the hell the other ones are, I can't keep up with that shit. But whatever the hell the other ones is like, we got all types of shit like Apple and Y and Elemental P and shit now. But but it wouldn't, because it's because of the nostalgia that came with this movie. Like you said, like even rent a car, even trying to get on a plane, even having cash. Like we got cash out. You know what I'm saying? Like we have so many other things now where all those things are basically obsolete. But for us millennials, we was like that last generation that had the best of both worlds. It was like we didn't have social media, so we had to be outside. We didn't have cell phones. We still had I had an old rotary phone in my house, in my room. Yeah, you had to do this. Man, don't you fuck up. You gotta start that shit all over again. Right. But But I kept laughing my ass off at this movie, and it was because of John Candy. It was because of it's because of, like, for me being in the army and everything. You always have that one guy. You do. You have that one guy that's just like very optimistic, very, very just funny and happy-go-lucky and all this type of stuff. And Candy literally reminded me of some people that I went to basic and deployed with. Like, he was hilarious in this movie. I love almost anything that Steve is in, but I love the scene when he goes to the car rental agent and he's like,
Yo,
he's just like, I don't give a fuck. I need y'all to do this shit now. Y'all done fucked me over so many times. I need he named the cars. That would have been so funny. He was like, I don't want a fucking Toyota. I want a fucking Mustang, a fucking Buick. I want all that shit. Because you know what? Because y'all fucked me over. He had his wits in, and I loved it because it showed human. It showed people really are human when it comes to travel. Travel is a bitch. It can get really, really stressful. And I love how they highlighted that in this whole entire movie, where it's like your plan does one thing, but then when we all know Murphy's Law, when one thing bad happens, everything else starts going wrong. And it was just to me, it was really just that quote coming to life. And I loved it.
This little tidbit, I guess, in case people may didn't know this. Thanksgiving Eve is the biggest traveling day of the year.
Yes.
More than Christmas, more than New Year's Eve. Everybody wants to go home for Thanksgiving dinner. I had to say this, Vic. John Candy, baby. This man has been in Stripes. This man was in Splash. This man was in National Lampoon's Vacation, or First and the Blues Brothers. We're talking about Brewster's Millions.
Yes.
John Candy is that guy. But as we review and go back, like, follow, subscribe to Unpopular Entertainment, I had you guys do The Jerk about a year and a half ago. Steve Martin is one of my favorite comedians of all time. And a lot of my family can never understood how I love Steve Martin so much. Like,
yeah, he's hilarious.
I love those guys, and always think comedy is subjective. And this is also a film, Vic, I had never seen.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, adult Steve Martin didn't appeal to me. When I say adult Steve Martin, when he got out of being so zany Steve Martin, right? Like, it took a while for me to really enjoy and embrace Father of the Bride, right? It took a while for me to, to enjoy Cheaper by the Dozen. I had to, like, that comedy's different from the Steve Martin that I knew before, right? So this was one of those adult movies, and I'm actually embarrassed I didn't see this, because you would think I would say Spike Lee or, someone say Quentin Tarantino. My favorite director of all time is John Hughes. He is the blueprint to my childhood, from The Breakfast Club to Pretty in Pink to, Some Kind of Wonderful. All these movies that were so heavily influenced in my life, John Hughes was a part of. And to see that he had directed this, wrote this movie as well, I was shocked I didn't watch it until now. But damn it, as you guys said, gentlemen, Steve Martin's funny on a different level. The scene in the bathroom, and the next morning he's taking his shit. Everybody takes his morning shit, and he's having to just look around, and it's just fucking hair everywhere. Like,
it's all over.
It's disgusting. I can say this as a guy who travels, and I've traveled with friends that go to WrestleMania. We've been in one hotel room. The rule is that don't fuck up the one bathroom that we have. We all because we all got to use that one bathroom. And man, like, we're trying to get home. This was truly a Thanksgiving movie, okay? Because this is not. And yes, people, he said it himself. I don't care if you say he has dementia, doesn't count. Die Hard is not a Christmas movie. This was a Thanksgiving movie, Vic.
Yes, it was. It definitely was. And I certainly appreciated it. You know what I mean? I really did, especially at the end. Because at the end, it just went to 80s cheese. like, hey, we're home for the holidays. And like, but then I really would wonder, like, if my wife saw me coming up the driveway with, carrying a chest with some random dude smiling my ass off.
Who you married?
Honey, I'm home from Thanksgiving. This is a friend of mine, and then like, and then my wife gives me a big hug, like she missed, you know what I mean? Like, oh man. And it's crazy because like he was gone for like a few days, and then he got home and everybody's like, "Hey, yay!"
Yeah,
like you know what I mean. Like he came back from being gone such a long time. So that was just hilarious. But yeah, man, this movie was great. It's definitely a good watch. I personally give it a thumbs up.
Well, before we get into that, let's go ahead and see what else we got coming up later this month here on Unpopular Review. We'll be right back.
Facts.
And look at the way you dress.
What do you expect me to wear, Armani suit?
No, but you don't have to speak and dress so...
Black?
Well, yes, black.
You are straight up whiter than the whitest white man. Then he meets Natalie.
I'm kicking it alive. You ever been to Harlem?
You never been to Harlem before?
Hey, home dudes. What is going on?
Excuse us.
It's about moving up, making the cut, suiting up for success, and making an investment in love.
This is love. I'll tell you something, man. That ham is cooked, glazed, and ready to be sliced.
The recipe
I just want to say thank you for always supporting me. You my sister, girl.
that makes us a family.
I just want you to know loving you is like food.
One finger don't make no impact, but you ball up all them fingers into a fist and you can strike a mighty blow. Now this family got to be that fist.
Soul food.
Like that last shot, right? Man, that last shot was the bomb.
Make sure you go back and watch Strictly Business as we go through our Making Money month that we just had. And as we continue the Thanksgiving theme here, soul food coming to you guys next week as well here on Unpopular Review Entertainment. Make sure you also follow other shows here on Unpopular Entertainment as we have the Trio of Destiny reviewing Superman and Lois, the Penguin. We also have the Challenge review show for our MTV Challenge fans, and much, much more coming around the woodwork. And also our Tuesday cruise doing the Alien franchise. They're finishing up on that right now as well. If you haven't seen the new Alien Romulus, I suggest you go see it. I love that film. And no, we won't be reviewing the Joker 2 around here because everybody who's seen it, who didn't see it, knows that movie absolutely sucked. And so there's your review. Back to you, Vic.
Well, thank you. So now, yeah, Thanksgiving. I mean, I like this movie because if you definitely wanted to teach somebody the true meaning of what at least Thanksgiving is supposed to be about, then this is a good movie.
Well, hold up. What is Thanksgiving supposed to be about? Family and food? Because that's not what we sell. That's not what the holiday derives from. Just saying.
No, that's what the culture turned it into.
Facts.
Yeah,
that's what the culture turned it into. I mean, that's what people are celebrating. Ain't nobody talking about Tonto.
No one's talking about Tonto and all. You know,
ain't nobody's doing Tonto. That. Nobody's doing that.
We're gonna bring you food so we can talk, so we can kill you and take your land.
It was like
all at Thanksgiving.
Like my brother.
Ain't nobody doing that.
You gave it a thumbs up. I gave it a thumbs up, man. My first time watching it. Any favorite parts, Sensei, or thumbs up, thumbs down for this movie?
Definitely a huge thumbs up. My favorite part, it wasn't even a funny moment. It was that because it pulled your heartstrings when John had said, "Yeah, I have no home."
Yeah,
like that anticipation of him wanting to be home so bad, to finally get home after that many years. And to realize the one person you could not wait to see has been dead for all those years. Like that hurt. Like that, I was like, wow, oh my goodness. And it was the first time you saw him even emotional. because he was just all smiles, happy go lucky.
Well, we had that one scene in the hotel though. Rich,
Yeah.
I'm with you on that. I thought that's really sad. You know what I mean? Because I think the way the movie was going, you really thought he was a con man.
Yeah,
right. It had you believing he stole the money. He did this. He was just who he was. He was the turkey, as the ad said.
He wasn't job, but he was just the turkey.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, no, but the fact that he was able to hustle those shower curtain rods,
absolutely,
that was like impressive. Like I never realized.
Me and Freako ain't had none of them shower rods.
No, I mean I didn't realize how shower
rods.
That
was the worst.
You know what I'm saying? Like, because you know why? Because my bathroom has the sliding door.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Oh, you gotta always clean that though. You gotta wash that a lot.
Yeah, but you still gotta wash the shower curtain because they get
true. You know, some people don't. Yeah. You go to people's bathrooms, the bottom of that shower curtain, you're like, ew.
Yo,
so dirty as shit.
I've seen the black spots on people's shit. Nah, man.
Yeah.
Wow, you don't want to take a shower there. But still, like, you know, I never realized how important shower curtain rods were. Like, you know what I mean? And like he sold them to little girls, talking about, oh yeah, y'all could pass for 18 with shower curtains.
With the earrings, yeah. They were like, here. He was definitely out there hustling. He was definitely out there getting his hustle man on. For sure.
For real. Like, and I really appreciated that. Like, I thought that was cool. You know what I mean? Because he had a shower curtain rise bomb ready in his.
He was definitely hustle man. He was definitely hustle man.
Thumbs ups all around for Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. Have you guys seen it? Comment below. Let us know your favorite Thanksgiving movies, favorite Thanksgiving meals, hams, potatoes, greens, all that stuff. Bring it to the table and go watch Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. We are the Wolf Pack, as my man already said earlier. We're going to give you 2 claps and we are out of here, y'all. Peace.